Hello, and welcome back to Retail Code, the podcast where we decode Tunisia's home appliances retail world. This is Haleh from Trendfield Force Agency, and today we'll explore Tunisia TV Market. In Tunisia, TV Market tells a fascinating story. Over the years, several discussions with TV product managers, key account managers, retail managers, the majority, they are thinking that the Tunisian market is saturated, or they think that the Tunisian market demand for domestic demand does not exceed 150k sets per year. Now, the logic and all the data shows a completely different story, with almost full access to household and a moderate replacement cycle. This makes Tunisia one of the few MENA region countries where growth is still possible. So the true story isn't about volume, it's just related to TV market transformation in the Tunisian market. So thank you for following us. For the third episode, we need to mention our sponsor, which is electronics.tn, the best address for IT and home appliances goods purchase. They have major brands at affordable prices, plus an exceptional customer experience. Now, let's move with the big fish, which is TV market size for domestic demand. And here, Tunisian market, they have 12 million people, 3.4 million household, and an electricity connection ratio almost around 98%. This is why I mentioned that we have full accessibility to households in the Tunisian market. So with these three figures, we can estimate how big is the market. The opportunity is not related to TV installations, but it's all related to TV replacement. So we estimate that the Tunisian consumers, they are changing their TVs once per 10 years, which makes our total market around 330k sets, 380 million TND, 133 million USD. In terms of sell-in, we are talking about almost 80 million USD dollar. So if you would like to estimate your market share amount, you just divide your selling figures by 80 million dollar. Also, here we need to mention there is another insight from the graph, which is related to the cities. So the demand, let's say the top major cities, Tunis, Sfax and Nebel, they are still remaining the demand centers. But we can notice also that Ariana, Ben Arous and Monastir, the average household growth there is above 30%. So with this demographic transformation, we notice that in Tunisia we have, let's say, smaller families, so which means more homes and more TV screens. So even if there is someone who is, let's say, does not agree with total market estimation, still our accessible market, if we exclude the cities with high presence of black market, is above 200k sets per year. There is another insight from this table, which is the hidden potential behind the TV market size, which is the B2B channel, which means we are talking about coffee shops, restaurants and hotels. So they are using also TVs, and there is a huge potential there. Since hotels, they have the common spaces, they are using TVs. For rooms, they are using hospitality TVs. For coffee shops in Tunisia, we are saying in average they are using 3 big screens per coffee shop. So here you can imagine the potential of TV market in Tunisia, which is above what has been communicated. Here there is another insight. So while a majority of distributors, they are competing over entry model prices, the real potential is not regarding adding more TVs to the market, but it's about upgrading what is already in homes. Now moving to the next slide, which includes TV sellout trends, and here we can notice that there is no specific season for TV. We can notice some sellout peaks, which is affected by three major reasons. Well, it's Ramadan month or sports event, most preferred sports in Tunisia, which is football, or wedding season, which is usually during summer. So here you can see from the graph the clear uplift in Q4 during late 2022, thanks to World Cup event. Also, if you are still in TV business, we mentioned next year we'll have another World Cup which starts June 11th and end by July 19th. So the real work starts right now, and you will have the first half to maximize your sales for this opportunity. Now let's talk about brand dynamics. So we notice that TCL is gaining more and more market share over the years, thanks to their availability, visibility, the consistency of their sell-through, sell-out promotions, and of course in-store investment. For Telefunken, we still see the pressure of supply chain and freight cost. For Samsung, they're trying to recover their sales. For this year, they made 18% in terms of market share quantity, thanks to their monthly promotions. For TCL, for LG, despite their brand strength, they almost are going out of the market since the product is not available. If it's available, it's only in specific channel. If you would like to know more about TV market channels, I invite you to check episode number 2, where we let's say decode Tunisia's market channels. For Hisense, during 2024, they changed their distributor to Condor, and we can see from the market that they are trying to relaunch the brand and gain more market share. So to wrap up, between TCL and Telefunken, they are having more than 60% in terms of volume, while Samsung is still consolidating its premium positioning with 25% as market share amount. Also, we need to mention that during 2025, TCL has taken a strategic leap by introducing mini LED TVs. They expanded their QLED lineup, and also they introduced the largest ever 98-inch in the Tunisian market. So with such move, we can expect and we can see the ambition of TCL not to dominate the market volume, but also to dominate the high-end segment. So here we can expect a clear fight that has already started by this year, but we are expecting for 2026 a clear battle premium fight between TCL and Samsung. And here Samsung will be defending its long-standing premium dominance in the Tunisian market. So here the TV sellout trend and market share. Now let's move to TV sellout by segment. So for 32-inch, the sellout decreased, the weight has decreased from 30 to 20%. Now they are representing only 8% in terms of amount. 43-inch still drives volume. Growth comes from 48-inch and above, and the real growth and profit comes from 55-inch and above. If you can notice here, we are talking from 48-inch and above, they are representing more than 45% in terms of quantity and 67% in terms of amount. So all brands, they need to change a little bit their strategies, because the message from the Tunisian consumers is very, very clear. So the Tunisian consumers, they are upgrading their TVs, living standards and home aesthetics, they are changing. Only major brands who will invest in premium, they will own future of TV market in Tunisia. So this is why major brands or all brands who are doing TV business in Tunisia, they need to focus more on premium by let's say installing high-end displays, and they ensure their in-store visibility and availability. Focus on top resellers by syncing the efforts between marketing and sales to let's say optimize their sell-through, sell-out promotions. They need to build or expand their own channel by creating more brand shops and experience stores. daily social media presence nowadays is mandatory. Improving their training quality for sales staff, here it's mandatory nowadays, whether in store or they can create digital training content as will helps floor salesmen or even promoters after their shift. They can review the video and get the highlights. This is for the common. For the new channels, which I mentioned, B2B channel, coffee shops and restaurants, they have still a huge potential. And also we can mention collaboration with architects for flagship TVs and high-end villa installations. So all of this will lead us to the highlight of the day. It's no longer about selling TV, it's all about selling an experience. Growth won't come from low price competition, it will come from better retail execution, stronger brand visibility, and premium experience building. And the opportunity is there. It just needs sharper focus. So that's all for today's episode. Next episode, we'll dive into refrigerator market in Tunisia. Subscribe, share this episode with your team if you are in the retail or marketing world. See you soon في الابيزود الجاية. باي باي.